Hi everyone, this is Norman Kochnik here once again on the platform Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnik. We're here at day 4, the test match. We've just gone into lunch between England and of course India. It's somewhat of a seesawing match again. You would argue that India are in the ascendancy, but having seen what happened against New Zealand, England could easily pull a rabbit out of the hat here, and a Bairstow ball or Baz ball type effect could well, have them both play a major part, with Bairstow or of course the Stokes or even a Root might come out of the blue here and create some sort of incredible turn of events, and let's hope they do. But it is an interesting stage of the match. Once again, we've got some amazing cricket to be had. I'm just posting on LinkedIn. England have a chance. They certainly do, Himanshu. I would agree with that. Nice to see you here. I would argue that, of course, they have. They have always got a chance when you're looking at the way that they play, with a no prisoners taken attitude. It is certainly easy with stop overhyped baseball. Morning on, Munchie. I hope Saturday went well as it could be. It did. It was pleasant enough. It was wet weather though. I must say, Munchie, but it was also a very pleasant day. I had my lovely nephews there, and they all basically played their role, and it was actually beautiful. The location is absolutely stupendous. When you get an opportunity, Munchie, you come out to Australia, I'll take you there. I'm not sure whether you got time to join us at all. Munchie, let me know. I've put a request out to a few people. In fact, I've had to go about setting it a little bit late because I have been a bit waylaid. Bazball busted by Boom Wall. Okay, was it Bumrah? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, look, I think there's a lot to be said about this match. It's ebbed and flowed already. Yet again, there's a lot of great things happening. I'm very, very impressed now. So, with this whole attitude of, the way that they play, it's just been fantastic. So, okay, we've got that there. I'm sorry, I'm having to listen. Okay, Munchie. So, let's have a look at the way that the game has panned out, shall we? We've had a number of sort of Indian bowling depth trumps Bairstow's third straight test century. So that's the way they're summarising it. India's bowling depth trumps Bairstow's third straight century. Bumrah and company come out on top with a 132-run lead, which means became 257 at the stumps. But they've gone beyond that now. They're actually now 7 for 229. They're actually leading by 361 now. That normally should be enough, you would think, especially on day 4, session 1. But with the English, the way they're playing of late, we just don't know, do we? If India can succeed to get a few more runs, but if England can get them out for another 30, 40 runs, that'll mean roughly a 400 total, perhaps in 5 full sessions or 4.5 full sessions. Not impossible for the way that England bat. I'm by no means saying it'll be that way. Broad should have been rested. I said that on Friday. You are right, Munchie. I think he played one too many games, perhaps, and the score isn't somewhat indicative of that. We had Cheteshwar Pujara, of course, scored 66. Now he's back on the side, proving his worth, I guess. Kohli only 20, dismally. Punt 57, looked good, but again, at least took his win. Then we've had both Iyer only getting 19, Jadeja 17 not out. Tuckle 4 out, who was out Crawley by Potts down the boundary, and Mohammad Shami seems to be going for it quite nicely. So really, we've got Siraj and Bumrah left, so not a lot there. But Bumrah scored 35 off 1 over, so there's nothing to say he can't do it again. England batsmen should stop playing careless shots and give respect to test match. Well, perhaps, but I think that if they're successful, it'll keep going. Jadeja will eat all the batters on this wearing pitch. That's Subhash. It's an interesting comment. And you will not want to take England lightly in the 4th innings. No, you're totally right, Sam Hislop. And India is much superior team. You need to accept that. Well, they have been. And England are going to find it very, very hard to topple what will be close to 400. There's a fine line between careless and aggressive. You're right, Munchie. I would agree. The way that Bairstow's batting, I would argue that's more of a how can he describe it? He's more of a calculated approach to his batting. Indeed, guys. Can you hear me clearly? Tell me whether you can hear me clearly. Good. I'm waiting for a few people to come on. I have asked David Graven to come on. He's involved with the England Lions team, of course, too, which have just been their squad's been announced just now. Yeah, so let's see. So I was going to David Graven. Let's make sure that he's available to percent on AR. If not busy, so I'm saying live now. If not busy, to that's wrong. Is it the right one? It's no surprise about. Okay, I'm just wanting to see. There was a comment there about. It's no surprise about Stokes and Cummins and the way that they go about their batting, or more so their captaincy. So we'll just wait and see whether that was a comment made by, of all people, Ian Chappell. I've got a lot of time for him. And he wrote that very nicely and succinctly. You'll see it on my community page. Stokes is very reckless. He reminds me for a little bit. England needs to pick fast bowlers, Anderson, Broad, very good bowlers in this team, but they're struggling. Okay, Munchie, yes, I agree. But England, the batsmen playing careless shots. I can't wait. Australia versus Zimbabwe in the ODI series. Well, let's see. Crawley, Lees, Pope, Stokes are walking wickets. And he needs to take 2 wickets, i.e. Root and Bairstow. And probably, I think Stokes is another wicket they need to take if they're going to have any certainty of winning this match. Look, England, and by no means out of this. It's going to be a little bit more difficult than the previous matches against New Zealand, where they cantered home 400 plus. Well, we just don't know. If everything goes Bairstow's and Stokes' way, we might see one hell of a 400-run victory here. You just don't know, guys. You just don't. I don't disagree with you. I like the positive aggressive approach. They just need to not go too far. Yeah, that's a fair summation of the whole. I'm looking at this particular. What's this? So we are looking at a 361 plus total here that England will have to get the 4th innings on a wearing pitch. But you'd have to still look at the fact that India got the ascendance in this match, and I really don't see that changing. In all fairness to England, Stokes is overhyped. Very much he played only one match winning innings. That took. Subhash, I don't agree. I think he's scored more runs than and a lot of other all-rounders, and he's well on his way to really crashing score. Now, just mention another score here. So again, India scored 416 in the first innings after 73 overs, and now they're 7 for 229. England scored 284. So England will need to score some hell of a big score. Let's see what happens in the second innings when India's bowlers don't have a break every hour for rain. Do you think Rishabh will be given a chance of opening batting in T20 series? Because why not? Like Suresh Kumar. He's a brilliant batter. There's no that. The Australia versus another. Australia is going to play, of course, Sri Lanka coming up very soon. And that you would have to say that that's another interesting series to watch. But this match still poised in a manner where results possible either way. Series to watch. Let's hope it happens. Let's hope it happens. Okay, let's just get into the. Yeah, so a quick buzzer talking there about 5th Test, day 4, India extend their lead to 361. Well, that's exactly what's happened. 361 should be enough. But if England were to get out now, who'll win, Norman? I mean, you'd have to think India, Rowan Cole. You can't not think that. Evening, Paul. I think England gave a tough task. They will, yeah. No way England will win. Well, can't say that, Paul. Same Hazlitt match already over. I don't see England winning match. I still think you can't say that. Jadeja will bowl 20 overs at least in the second innings, giving a pitch is deteriorated, yes. A lot of left-handers on the side. India bowling is much better than New Zealand. Well, that's true. At the moment, I think Stokes and Bairstow are big men for England. Look, we just don't know. Bairstow's had a monumental series already. No reason why we can discount him at all at this point. At all. it's really, really hard to discount him at that point. So where are my colleagues? What is Ashwin's future? Well, Mihir Jadhav, he's not going anywhere. He's the eighth ranked bowler in the world. He's got a huge amount of time. Bazball versus India, four things. Yes, England struggling in this match because of overconfidence. Oh, I don't know about that. Ashwin's future, he will play many more tests and will take many more wickets and probably go up the rankings quite a bit. We should have a look at that rankings for a minute. I might just pull that up in a minute. But there's no doubt about it that he's ranked 8th at the moment. That is Ashwin. 9th is Steyn. And 10th, of all people, is Nathan Lyon. Let's just go through the top. We've got Lokesh Suresh Kumar. What score do you think India will feel safe from losing? Well, there's going to be 3 sessions tomorrow and possibly 1 to 2 now. That 4.5, 5 sessions, 400 runs is possible. So they want to get at least 400 plus, if not 450. Cam Lyon get to single wickets on Paul. I don't think so, but hard to it all depends on his fitness and Australia's desire to keep him in the side and his form. Well, he's going to certainly go. He's in the top 10 now, so he's going to stay there. So yes, I think he could go close, but probably not quite. When New Zealand waxed by England at Edgbaston until the 90 World Cup, India were also waxed by England. Yeah. England will get a lot all out below 200. That's a big call, Sabash. Big call. Not many shots in the bag for Vihari. Time to check others, other than the test saving or something. Yeah, well, Vihari, they've obviously got faith in him. We'll see how he goes. Player of the match, Pants. Player of the series, Pumra. I'd say it's pretty close. If Cam Green hit another class innings in the second test, can he get a man of the series award? Why not? Same as why not? Why wouldn't he? He's done enough to prove his way as Cam Green in that test series, I'll tell you. So Shuman and Gill, let's go through the innings. Shuman and Gill got 4. Chitesha were Jara got 66. Vihari 11, bit disappointing. Virat Kohli still only got 20. Second session must be starting at about 20 past, I'd say. So Rishabh Pant, after getting a century in the first innings, as he did, he scored he got 146 in the first innings. The second innings, he's been able to muster a very impressive score of 57. So he said 200 runs plus for them. My prediction, you'd have to go with India at the moment. The last time Nicole scores, oh my God, about a year and a half to 2 years now. England are very weak at home also in terms of where will they win now on the moon. Subhash, it's a bit hard. They just beat New Zealand quite comfortably, and they're going to beat South Africa probably very comfortably later on. Paul Image reckonings about 2019 since Kohli won the last scored his last century. You are a prediction man, I think. Yeah, he loves his predictions. Yes, Subhash does. There's nothing wrong with it. So again, Punt got 57. Shreyas side, been disappointing as well. Batting below Punt, got 19. Jadeja's not at 17, better well, got a century in the first innings. Tucker disappointingly got out for 4. Ahmed Shami having a good old whack at 13. Still got Siraj and the Bumrah 35 running over. Batter there. We'll see. Which 2 teams have better chance to qualify for the World Cup? Well, Lokesh, Suresh Kumar, you'd have to think Australia's in the good position. So are India and Pakistan, and to a lesser extent, South Africa. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting state of play. I can only think highly of the situation. Indeed, I think there's a lot of. Did you see the Mitch Webster interview? He was talking about all the people that he's thanked for helping him, such as Stark, Usman Khawaja, Nathan Lyon, Pat Cummins, quite a few that he's kind of talked up and helping him. What's this? Let's just see where we are with this live 5th test. Let me bounce line, man. Live day 4, here we go. $104. Here we go. So, yes, look, I've got a lot of confidence in India getting through this. Sham plays the short ball better than I. It certainly looks like he has been. Ban is better than New Zealand. Bangladesh. Well, I don't know. Are they? Can South Africa do well on Australia? No. Will Jadeja be India's trump card in the second innings? You would think so. Rishabh Pant, he certainly is a good player. New Zealand lost in Mojo, like Sri in cricket. A little bit. Ira is useless. Well, Aussies, I don't know. I don't think he's useless. He's just probably not able to find his way at the moment. He's batting all over the joint. I'm in Raza. Norman said, with the hope that wherever you are, you must be fine and shine. I am. It's a bit cold here. It's even a Scott otherwise. Indian cricket, the most dominant team in the world. They probably still are. Hello. Shreyas Iyer is a good batter. He is an Ali. I would think he's still got a way to go. Needs to find his position in the batting order, does Shreyas Iyer. I think that's the issue so far. He hasn't quite positioned himself yet in the right position in the squad. Okay. How much already talking about India series? At least complete the Sri Lanka series and talk. I would agree with that. Australia will be crowned World Test Championships. Aussies, I think he'll probably close. Will Kohli keep his mouth shut in the second innings? I don't think so much. Why should he? It's explosive. It's fun to watch. Someone now we've got Mosen Shakes decided to join us. Hello, Mosen.
Hey, mate. How are you? How to your audience?
Everyone's here. We've got quite this. I'm trying a lunchtime approach.
Yeah, that's working. Good. Good timing as well.
Yeah. Let's go. They start. So we've got Will Kohli. The Munchie's being really nasty here. He won't come on air, but he's throwing his comments out there. Will Kohli keep his mouth shut?
Come online for us. we would love a good discussion. I think Test match is shaping up perfectly.
So there we are. Munchie says, will Kohli keep his mouth shut? No, why should he?
I don't think he will. I don't think he should. I think he'll fire up Bresto, and Bresto scores another 100. England wins Test match. What a dream!
Here we have Nisa Ali, not new to our show, being good players in your team bowling order is too good, sir. I know. Okay, chirped Besto.
And rightly so. I love the ticket that Besto's shown. The thing is, 350 chase or 360 already. Can they wrap up after lunch for another, say, 20 runs at the most, and then 380 chasing? How's that?
Oh, look. If it's anything below 400, England are a chance.
I think so. I think they'll, even if there's the 400, plenty of time. Hey,
Paul saying hello to you. So Mosen. Have a meeting in a sec. I don't care about your meeting. Can't you do the meeting and be on the show? Aren't you have duality about you? Sam Hislop, aren't you playing for Queensland?
Yeah.
Sam Hislop, what does he do? Is he a batter? What's he a better?
Better.
Best there's nothing in front of Kohli. Kohli has the aura to do everything fairly good. Suppose let's hope he does. No one, Pat Cummins doing well.
So far, so good for Cummins.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of it. I just don't know where. I just don't know about Cummins. I know everything's going smoothly. I heard Swepson talking about him, and he said that he looks towards Nathan Lyon, he looks towards Cummins, he looks towards Uzi. Seems like he goes to everybody for advice.
Yeah, look, he's played a lot of cricket in New South Wales, and Uzi's done quite a good job with using Swepson in domestic cricket as well. So I think it's rightly so if he looks towards Uzi, and obviously Nathan Lyon being the top 10 bowler, and you heard the comments from Vittori as well that he's got still some good years ahead of him, so he could be in elite combination of top 5 wicket takers ever. So it's a very good compliment from a guy who's taken 98 wickets in subcontinent, and Lyon's now only few behind Shane Warne, so he could be the most successful spinner outside subcontinent to be taking most wickets in subcontinent. So,
what's the stats? What are the stats?
128 to Shane Warne, 119 to Lyon, and 98 to Vittori. That's the top 3 non-Asians getting most wickets in Asia as a spinner. So
Let me get that. 128 to Horn, 119 to Lion,
yeah,
98 to
Victoria.
Victoria.
So Lyon will definitely go past Warney the way he's bowling at the moment. If not India tour, probably soon after. I think he'll have another subcontinent tour ahead of him. So he'll definitely surpass the king. And Sam Hazlitt saying about Uzi, 822 runs so far to Bairstow. I think Uzi is in a purple patch. He is batting like he's in his best form of his life. I think he's mentally very free. He's very relaxed. There's no pressure. He's not under the pump like he was probably when he first got dropped after India tour, if you remember, because there was a lot of pressure of him retaining his spot and all of that. But then since then, he's won Big Bash, he's won Shield, he's won one-day comps, he's won everything domestically. He's now played PSL as well. Like people labelled him he can't play 2020 cricket. He's done well. He's family man, 2 kids, well settled. That mid-30s smart boy. He's been crowned as the Legend of Queensland as well, which is a big
Usman
award.
Quaid, the Legend of Queensland.
Yeah,
He's played New South Wales. He's played in Queensland.
Yeah,
God,
I
you're nabbing him
that's
already.
why- That is why it is very privileged thing for Uzi to be crowned that, and he's taken that very humbly and with honor. So, look, I think he'll finish this year very somewhere top 2, top 3, if not top.
Okay. What should be long-term in England? Sorry, India.
Oh, look, interesting. Again, I'm not really convinced on fast bowlers being captain, but we've seen a couple and they've been successful. Let's see.
Lokesh Kumar. What do you think England lacking in this test compared to their true positive? Well, they're against a better side.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that they're lacking is the opening. I'm still not convinced on both openers. They need what India did well is bringing back Pujara and opening. He's paid them back. He scored runs in second innings. He's that calm head, experience of 80-odd test matches. They're lacking. England definitely lacking a good opening. The start has been poor all summer.
Absolutely. Lion has done well on that, yes. Why world cricket lacking world-class participants? Overall, probably right.
Yeah, and there's an article I read today on LinkedIn. It's the art of leg spinner in Test cricket again. Past, there's only few names that we remember from Test cricket as a successful leg spinners, and that's what we're missing. We after passing of Warney, and he was looking after guys like Yasir Shah and all that who were playing Test cricket, but now if you look at future, there's no leg spinner that you can name, probably apart from Swepson. There's Rashid Khan, who was really successful in white ball cricket, and unfortunately Afghanistan don't play enough Test cricket. But yeah, it's interesting.
Henry take the idea against Maywell. Maybe a little bit premature. How can you remotely think that given this
My only comment is England will chase it. I know I've already sent a message to a couple of guys that pitch is playing up already. It's staying low. Some of the balls, if you see the ball late swinging, how many balls that Bilbo has missed, the ball has gone past the stumps and then decided to swing. So the pitch is behaving differently. That's not going to be an easy task. But the thing is, the good thing about this England team is they will chase. They will not go in that defensive mode that England we know from last year or year before. They will just shut up shop and just try to defend the sessions. The exciting thing about this English team is they'll try and chase it. Whether they'll get over the line or not, I think that's subjective. But the good thing about England is they will give their heart out and try and chase it, which is exciting for Test cricket. That's what you want. You don't want dead bat. survival for 6 sessions.
I agree totally. Okay. When does Australia need its cricket? We don't know the exact date.
I think it's in August.
Not very far away.
Yeah, India will play. I'll check the dates, but that's next on, because Pakistan is arriving Sri Lanka this week, and they'll play after this test.
Devash, did you just say 2023? I'm not sure you're saying that. February.
That'll be interesting if they go in February.
Sam Hazlett, Ben and Head will open against them. No way. Bloody George Rivers Head. Reports just that Maxi will play. Oh, Sebastian, where? Don't say reports until you quote where they play.
It'd be interesting if they do, because then that means there's only one fast bowler and one all-rounder. So, yeah, it could be interesting.
Well, we'll see. Henry Cole, quality, good technique. Okay. Hasn't played for Australia. England, she won behind, so they have nothing to lose. Yes. Got to go for it. You're right. How far are we from that start?
They started already. It's 8 down. They've just lost a wicket.
Oh, right.
Shami's out. So they're 8 down, 362 in front.
Is that enough?
Look, if that's not enough, then you got to say that England taking
superior.
Yeah.
Ben Stokes.
I'm Sam's comment about Cam Green. Look, he's scoring a lot of runs in domestic cricket, as we all know. Look, his numbers are good in domestic cricket. I can't wait to see him scoring his first Test 100. He's gone close a few times, a few 80s. So once he scored that first 100, I think he'll know how to feel, and then I think he'd be fine from there onwards.
Yeah. Well, is that the real Sam Hazlett?
Don't know.
No, okay, so here we go. India will win the series in England up 15 years today or tomorrow Thursday. There you go. Taking an extra year to do that. So I'm just trying to get a bit of live action. Look at that echo again. We got here. Some live action.
Bumrah is now on. Bumrah and Jadeja will try and get. I think Jadeja will try and cut loose here. Try and get quick 20-30 runs. Come close to 400, which is really, really good score. And it'd be hard to chase in fourth inning, but it'd be exciting.
Hang on, so that was the wicket of the replaying the wicket of Stokes.
Oh, Stokes. Yeah, Stokes got Shami.
And he's bowling now to Bumrah. Oh, Bumrah got hit somewhere. Bumrah scored 35 off an over. Still can't believe that. Amazing.
Yep.
What are you looking at? Bazball is like driving a car without brakes at 300 kilometers per hour. Naman Narayan Singh, that's probably a good way of putting it.
Exactly.
But you've got a big net at the end of the road so you won't fall over. The match could be over today given the overcast conditions. Are you suggesting a draw, Subhash? Is that what you're suggesting? Oh, but a team with Ben Stokes and Johnny Bairstow and even throw Root and Pope in, they've got a chance.
That's true. The worry for me is the start. If there's so many Test matches where England have failed to start well, and that's what my worry is. They get a good start. They get a good partnership of a 70-80 in quick time. That straight away puts the pressure, because all of a sudden you chewed up a lot of runs out of the chase, haven't lost a wicket, and then one of the two carry on and score big, or even anchor while the other end continue to attack. That's what the thing that England missing massively. They have not started well. They haven't had a big partnership in opening the batting. So that's my worry, and that's my worry long term. Whether they'll stick to both, I'm still not convinced with both openers. It's unfortunate. I like Zach Crawley at number number 3, number 4, rather than opening. So it's unfortunate if he gets dropped after this summer.
What do you think of Leach bowling? Leach is improving.
Yeah, still not convinced. The guy is getting enough opportunities. Hasn't 150 in last 3 Test matches. It's probably not enough. You got other kids are scoring runs domestically. You got to weigh up how long you give them. I said this summer, but I think that's the time is running out. Zach Crawley, especially, 4 Test matches now this series, no 50 and at least 150. Not enough.
Okay. Lokesh Kumar said, do you think Aussies will give ODI coming out? No.
I don't think so.
Fact, when Stokes bowls well, he played unbelievably. Yeah, he does tend to do that.
It does, true.
England can get all out, stay itself up and down nature.
Yeah, the pitch is staying low, which is a worry, and that could be where Jadeja could come in play as well, because his left arm quick in swing is what it is. He could trouble some.
So Alex Lee's backlist is a worry. True. Leach has not done that much so far. Well, England have Tom Hayes. Sam, England Tom Hayes is not playing. He's fielding. What are you talking about? Go back to the next Sam and at the Gabba there at Allan Border Field. What are you doing on the show?
Have you seen the new Allan Border Field? It looks $1 million. It is beautiful.
You mean the Centre of Excellence?
Centre of Excellence, yeah.
I've been there when it was open.
No,
I was now.
Oh yeah, well you're there. So the lights and everything. I'll send you some pictures to put it up on your social media. It looks $1 million. Beautiful. The lights were on Saturday. It would just look beautiful.
Wow. They're certainly pouring a lot of money into that ground.
They have, yes, definitely.
I mean, it's got the Stuart Law stand and who else has got? I think Matthew Hayden. But I was there the opening, and Rod Marsh and a whole lot of dignitaries. Sutherland was there.
Now the ground is bigger as well, so the square side was small. So now it's really a decent sized oval, and really good for some domestic games. I think Women World Cup they're going to play. Women games are going to be played there. And with our Queensland 2020 competition now, the final is at Allan Border Field under lights as well. So it's going to be a really good addition. When you say Queensland, what's the domestic? So the domestically, what have they done is the 2020 is revamped. They're starting the 2020 in August. So the start of the season is the 2020. So Brisbane Heat is offering 2 contracts out of the T20 competition that Queensland have got. And there are a lot of interstate players have come in and joining different clubs here in Brisbane to play in that competition. We've got Pramupal from New South Wales and Ryan Gibson, who is contracted with the Strikers, coming in playing for Toombul. There's Jack Lehman coming in playing. Nick Burgess coming from Sydney Sixers playing in this competition.
But hang on, is this like a BBL or something?
Yeah, it's like a baby BBL basically. So what it is amongst the clubs, and clubs have allowed other interstate players because there's no other domestic cricket happening while this 2020 will start. So players from interstate are coming. There's a couple of guys from WA are coming. Joshi Layla, if you remember him from Brisbane Heat, left arm New South Wales guy, he's coming into play. Nick Larkin from.
Why are they doing it? Aren't they going to undermine the BBL?
No. It's not undermining BBL. What it is, it's like a pathway to to talent scout. So then there's 2 spots in the Brisbane Heat team that they're going to offer the best performance out of this competition. So I think it's a good pathway. A good pathway.
A baby BBL. Don't
yeah.
call it a baby BBL.
No, I won't. It's just a
But you
pathway.
did.
I did. I'm sorry. I'll take my words. Don't hold me against it now.
Baby BBL. BBBL. BBBBL.
Hell, that's it.
Oh my god. Or maybe BABY BBL. BABY BBL.
There you go. So competition will be stronger because a lot of interstate interest. Few games under lights as well. There's a couple of midweek games. So I think it's good for.
When is that going to start?
It's going to start second week of August.
In winter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No team has tasted the round versus the other 14 steps. There you go. And Tim Day. Oh, we go. Sebastian, Sam Heslett's not on that. I reckon that's Sinatra Ella on a different name. Can Tim David play this? He might, but he won't. Tim David. I'm going to ban Tim David. Ban Tim David. Ban his head. Ban everybody.
Yeah.
England haven't scored a run for India hasn't scored a run for.
No, it's a bit of a struggle down here.
Jadeja's in no hurry.
I thought Jadeja would carry on and try and get quick 30-40 runs and get score close to 400. So there's 60 overs. What's that? How many overs remain? 66 overs remaining today, and then full day tomorrow. So plenty of time.
I'm glad someone mentioned Wimbledon because we have actually 3 players in the final 16. Kyrgios, Demur, I think his name, and someone else. They got 3, and they got a woman as well, who's actually bloody Croatian. She's not Australian, born in Croatia, lived 99% of life there.
We love taking over the ownership of other countries' rejects.
Especially
coming to tennis, yeah, exactly right.
Elena Dock.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's amazing. Kyrgios, you could have Kubler. That's right. Kubler. Never heard of him. He's 29. He was a qualifier.
Yeah. The way I think he's playing his best tennis at the moment. No, I'm not sure about his behaviour, but his tennis ability is going well.
It's possible that Demur could play Kubler in one quarterfinal, and then Kyrgios could play the winner. So that means one of those could make the semi-final.
Exactly.
But against Nadal.
Nadal, yeah, true.
Oh, I don't want Djokovic to win either. Him and his bloody COVID that was going on beginning of the year.
No, I don't think he won many fans. Don't think he won many fans when he pulled out of Australian Open. Just
Idiot.
Because he didn't get vaccination, yeah.
Arrogant piece of poop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Himanshu score is enough. I don't feel anything. It's cold here, but I do feel cold. But otherwise, I think it's enough. It should be enough.
360 plus is really big ask against Indian attack on a pitch that has started to behave differently. So it's interesting.
How is he not out?
Is it still raining?
Wicket's heading. He's out.
Oh, is he?
He's down the same line. Gurpreet Dillon. Hello. 3 batsmen from Great South. Bold statement. I think you're not wrong. Paul Newman. Djokovic is banned from the US Open. And should be banned from every bloody tournament. He's won enough money. Go jump.
Should be banned from Aussie Open as well.
Oh, Djokovic should be a jocker. Come on, Paul. Djokovic should be banned from the bloody world. He's made about $100 million. He's going to think a shit. And he's going to be aware of Stokes. You're right, man.
Yeah, Ben Stokes and Bristow. I think those 2 will be key. Then again, depends on how Ollie Pop and Joe Root plays. I've got no hope in the opening pair, but yeah. It'd be interesting to hear from Munchie what he thinks about who's got next in line to opening spots. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are they going back to Rory Burns?
Well, I hope they don't. I hope they don't.
No.
He hasn't done anything in domestic
Oh,
cricket.
it'll be that bloody, what's his name? That's that young bloke. His name? Not Henry Honey from Australia. Who's the other young bloke? I mentioned he's a middle order batsman, but what's his name? Oh God, Henry Brook or something. Something Brook.
I've heard good things. But someone in English media I was reading, and they were saying call Cook back. He's still scoring runs in domestic cricket.
That'd be funny.
He was saying bring back Cook because he's still good enough. He's still better than these two openers. He's still scoring hundreds in domestic cricket. And look, the guy was a legend in English cricket. So.
Sebastian's not asking me, so ask Mosley.
He's playing better than Afridi, but look, that's what his approach is going to be from now on. That he's going to attack, and there are times when he's going to fail, but that's the nature of it. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it won't.
Well, I think they've got nothing to lose now. It's going to be exciting.
Agree.
Did you feel like England missed Sam Curran, who was similar like No, I don't think Sam Curran was that dramatic, really. They got Stokes there. Don't really need.
The bowling attack is good. I thought they would rest Broad in this test match and continue with Overton. You know, it would have been good to rest him. They rested you know, Anderson in last test match. My slot would have been Anderson and Broad, whereas kept Overton. But I think that their bowling is balanced. It's just, again, my weak link in Indian team currently is the top order, the two openers.
So England in 2019 were 9 for 369. Was the highest run chase England had against Australia. And Stokes went mad. So they're only 2 off that. Never done it. That's the reason. I might not speak. Go ahead. No. I'm going to get myself a Magnum ice cream. You know what that is? Like,
I just had one. I'll show you what I had. I had the Toblerone ice cream. They're fantastic.
Toblerone ice cream. It's a chocolate.
Yeah. And they've made an ice cream. I just got it from Woolies.
Oh, God. I'm going to get myself... You wait. I'm going to get myself a bloody... Hang on. It's not just a Magnum. It's actually a mini Magnum.
Oh, mini. That's better. Because you don't need
I don't need a big one, do I? I've got enough money. What are you trying to say, Mason? What are you trying to say? I'm fat?
No. You're over that.
Oh, I'm over that. I'm more than fat. Old and fat.
Just a comment.
Ashwin played instead of Tucker. No, I don't think so. I think Ashwin has been superseded by Jadeja, and they won the match.
I think the pitch broke that enough, and it didn't take turns. So I think they made a good choice going with an extra pace. The comment that I wanted to make, Norman, in last 12 deliveries, the score hasn't moved. They've taken 2 singles in last 10 deliveries and whatnot. So, I don't know whether they just want to have a bit more look into it, what their approach is. So, you know, it's a bit quiet from India's perspective. I know Jadeja can hit, Bumrah can hit, so I would have just gone. Because 2 overs later, the new ball is going to come in play as well. So, what are they waiting for?
I think there's an element of uncertainty about the Indian batting, really.
It's 78.5 overs gone, and they're still not attacking. So, with new ball, it's going to be interesting facing Anderson for tail. Whether they're waiting.
Bumrah probably likes the faster ball.
Probably, but the older ball hasn't done anything. The older ball didn't swing. Apart from staying low, it didn't do reverse. It didn't do extraordinary swing or anything. So it's interesting how they'll go against this new ball. One over to go.
Now, Himanshu reckons he expects Australia to try young kids, what, 12-year-olds from the local park? Or
New Zealand. I don't think they'll try against New Zealand. Could be Zimbabwe. They can rest a few guys. But look, they need time in the middle, even for the older guys. Starkey missed out on one day. Remember,
Himanshu, are you suggesting they're going to put a big slippery slide and some swings on the middle of the field? They're going to play. What are you suggesting?
I think they'll probably give one or two kids a bit of a run, but not.
What do you mean, kids?
Well, McDermott might get a run.
He's not a kid.
No, he's not. But
a kid. Okay, let's get this. Let's define what the word kid means. Kid is about 6 to about 15.
Okay, fair enough. They might try some of the other youngsters in saying that in McDermott might get a run.
Young stuff. What's that? 16 to what? 17.
Philippi might
young
get
buck.
Yeah, Philippi might get a run. Inglis, I reckon that he'll get a run.
Wicket. Today's is out.
Today's is gone. So there you go. Just before the new ball. So interesting. Now 1 wicket to go. 368 in front.
That's one. Same ground. 369 for 9.
That's exactly
and about the same time frame.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. And that's why this is really interesting, that the rest of today is going to be very interesting. Past the new ball.
3 sessions tomorrow. Full session, and now there's more than a half session left.
Yeah, it's 63 overs go. No, it's more than 2. It's like more than 1.5 session to go. They've just started.
I'll make a bowl. I think it was Magnet that brought it out of me. It's making me think of the bowl.
You polished that Magnum like a 10-year-old girl. You just polished it. You just gone and. Are you
suggesting a polished 10-year-old girl?
No, the Magnum, you polished it like a kid. You just polished it.
Well, we talk about kids so much. It's expired me. No kids in here. There's one big kid right here. All right. I'm talking about Jack Edwards. Himanshu, how the hell do we know he's talking about Jack Edwards? And he's about 6'7". He's hardly a kid.
No, I don't think Jack has done enough in last season to get a spot in the Aussie team.
No. Was it Jack Edwards? Edwards is two.
There are two Edwards, yeah. There's Mickey and Jack.
Mickey and Jack. Yeah. I saw Mickey was playing for Manly against Randwick the other day, and it was a while ago now. And that was with I had my interview with Stephen O'Keefe.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That was such a mini magnet. I think I might have to.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't call for another one.
Well, that makes it. What are two minis? Is that one equals one normal, or
1 equals 1 is enough? Okay.
It wasn't enough. I barely touched the sides.
Fair enough. That's what I was saying. You just polished it in no time.
Well, it wasn't very big. It was freaking big. It was like a mini.
Double mini. All right, 63 overs to go. 1 wicket. I think 368 is very neither here nor there. Yeah, very gettable. With that much time left in Test cricket, it is gettable.
And the weather's good.
Weather's good.
And deja vu Stokes.
Yep.
Kavish Maldinia. Oh, Kahomada Kavish Maldinia. Kahomada. Hyundai? But that's for sure. Green Philippe McDermott plays. What plays? What with kids?
No, I think he's talking about Zimbabwe series.
Yeah, but they're not kids.
You're stuck there.
Cameron Green's about 6'12". Hardly a kid. And Philippe, well, I don't know. McDermott, of course, he's already played, but he's hardly a kid. Yeah, another wicket.
No, I think they show.
Now they got. Who's batting? Who's batting?
Siraj and Bumrah.
Oh yes, right. Siraj won't last.
No. They got to swing. They got to swing the bat now. They get another 10, 20 runs. If they start staying poking around, they'll get out because
Well, the lead's 169. My God, that's so scarily the same as the other game I played last years ago.
Mm.
But if England win this, it's 2-2, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
So that means India retain the trophy.
Yeah. But that's like Ashes last that Australia drew the series. They didn't win in England, so that's the thing that.
Right.
In England, they haven't won since what 2001.
Right.
So it's interesting. So new ball, have they taken new ball yet? No, Leash is bowling. So.
Well, Jack Leach wouldn't bowl with this ball, mate. I'll give you a tip.
I thought they would just take a new ball.
Moses wouldn't bowl with Leach wouldn't bowl with a new ball.
Well, the spinners have taken new ball.
I'd be surprised. Munchie's back. Me and Norman would do well against Zimbabwe. Paul, I would trounce them. I did hear Moses earlier, but could not answer. Ben Compton has been batting well. Don't see Lee's.
Yeah, part of me don't want Crawley to get dropped. Part of me want Crawley. I like Crawley. He's a good technique, but he's not doing enough as an opener. I know he'll get the summer, but again, how long is a piece of string? That's my question to you, Munchie. When will they call it? After this summer or before South Africa series?
So don't forget that, Munchie. How long is a piece of string? So what is it called? String play? Munchie, Paulie, what are you talking? I know what he's talking about, Munchie. He respects my batting ability. Having battled me SCG, MCG, Shadows and Under, Calaval Oval.
There you go. How many runs
played
did you get?
You don't know Calaval Oval? Got a nice picturesque.
How many runs did you get, Norman?
What?
How
many runs? I was a wicket taker. I got 92 wickets playing for Brisbane Saints.
There you go.
92 wickets. Not in one innings, of course.
No, of course not. Is Munchie joining what he's doing? Is he finished his meeting?
Come on, England, get this in investment. Make it interesting. Let's not drag another 371.
Yeah, that's what my question is. Why not take a new ball?
I don't know. Too much money?
No. You think they'll worry about one new cricket?
I'm just joking. I want to know where these tattoos are for Ben Stokes. He's got tattoos everywhere. What does he think he is? Some motorcycles?
He's a New Zealander. Just remember that.
Well, yeah, that's why let him go. Hey.
So, yeah, I was going to say that they're claiming all the New Zealanders and South Africans in England. So,
well, I haven't got much left.
Well, Nasser was sent from India. Nasser?
What, New Zealanders?
No. All the non-English players playing for England. So Nasser Hussain was from India.
He was a bloody big English accent, but hardly India.
Look, Uzi's got English accent.
Yeah, but no, he's on the Australian accent.
Yeah, Aussie accent.
But he makes people went to school together.
Yeah, true.
Or something.
Yeah.
Maybe not school together, but
yeah,
they played together.
Played together at young age.
Ben Stokes to come in. Oh my God! Hit Boomer right on the backside. Stokes is taking 327. He might be in for a big batting.
Well,
They've got to hurry up now.
Someone made a comment that when he does well with the ball, he does well with the bat. So I'd like to see how he goes.
Who?
Stokes with the bat.
Oh, Stokes has Stokes.
Yeah. So he's successful with the ball. Normally he gets runs.
Boomer's just hit a 6. Here we go.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
Try and get this this tail wrapped up.
Boomerang, where did you get it? It doesn't look any better. Beautifully. Oh, it's a bit top edgy still.
Still, you'll take him.
No, they dropped it. Here comes Stokes. He's smiling as he.
Well, I like his attitude.
And here we go. There's another one. Boomerang even higher, and he's caught. He's out.
That's good. That's good clean up. And
378 to win England. Not far from the 369 for 9 they got.
I would say they're going to lose an opener really quickly. Crawley is running back to the change rooms to change up, get ready. If these two can win the test match,
I tell you what, this is going to be interesting.
Very interesting.
I mean, you would normally think that it's not possible, but with England at the moment, I mean, good old McCullum must be licking his lips, going, "Oh wow, guys, I want to see you show me how good you guys really are." Okay, my prediction: England need 378 or 379. I thought anyway.
Yeah, 378.
378. Okay, I predict 70-30 India win. Okay, I predict that England are going to get this with 7 wickets down, and Bairstow will be not out 199. He won't get his 200. He'll miss out.
That is a big call. 3 wickets down.
Munchie, are you drinking? Chase them tonight? I don't think so.
Chase them tonight.
Are you mad?
You're gonna be two for not many very soon.
You'll chase 379 or 8, whatever it is, in a session or 2. Stokes have to go ballistic. Let's open the batting.
Well, two openers are not giving me much hope. So let's just put that way. You have 2 cheap wickets up top, and then you can probably make some inroads. So
all right, Munchie, smarty that you are. Open with Ben Stokes and what's his face, Bairstow, and let's see if you're right.
Well,
why do you wait until number 7 or 8 or 6, whatever? Put them in straight at the front. Let's see if they got the ticker to do this.
No, but why would you want to put your best batsman against a swinging ball? You don't.
Paul, remember, Indian bowling is very good. So the scores: India scored 416, England 284, India 245. There's a downward trend to those totals, I must say. England will be all out in 40 overs. Oh, Subhash Chandra Bharata, big call.
Big call.
If it was Sri Lanka, I would agree. 22.5 overs against Australia. Who would have predicted? I should put money on that one. That would have been incredible. But oh my God,
that's true.
It's funny how Joe Root's kind of disappeared a bit. He doesn't seem to be that he's talking about anymore. Oh, look, listen, Ben Stokes, his attitude says it all. England have serious chance. Munchie, hello, you said the right thing.
England have got a chance. I would say it's probably the scale is more towards India, but it'd be interesting chase.
But our learned Munchie reckons they're going to win by tonight. What a lot of crap.
Not tonight. I think Munchie's just a little bit excited that there's a chase on, but
Sharari Gayathri has joined us. India will win by Pushpa Jadeja. Pushpa? Pushpa? What's Pushpa? Hopspa?
No, I didn't get that.
Push what? Stokes is trying to be too cool, which he is not. Ooh, that's a bit nasty, Sebastian. You're asking for trouble there. With those tats, he looks pretty cool to me.
Sebastian's having a go.
Yeah, Sebastian, nasty. Sebastian and Himanshu, they had their own private chats all day. We're not asking us questions. I'm getting it another bloody mate.
Oh,
that first one was just not enough. It was a bloody little bit of paper. This bloody the paper something there.
Norman, it's not cookies, it's ice cream.
I've got to survive. All these comments. actually small.
I hope it is smaller than the first one.
It's definitely small. Can't you see? My hand covers it. My hand covers it.
It does feel smaller in your hands.
Who thought? Yeah. Well, so Norman loves sweet. Thanks, Paul. Do you have to tell him? We're talking about cricket, not about my sweets eating. Just stop talking about.
Surely he's sweet enough.
If England are 121 at the end of the day, who would you say holds the edge? Buckle Dala's made a bold comment.
I think if England are batting through these 60-odd overs, there won't be 120. That is for sure. There'll be a lot more runs than 120 in 60 overs.
Push boat is new.
Is that the song that Warner did the imitation on one of the TikToks as well? I think I saw that.
No. Bloody Warner on TikTok. Get Warner off bloody TikTok.
How many TikTok has he done on Indian songs? You know, and all his family as well, like kids and wife and everyone.
Bloody David Warner claims his daughter showed him TikTok. You were told by some Indian because you knew you could make money out of it.
That's it.
Can England clutch a miraculous victory? I don't know, clutch it.
That's look, it's open. It'll be interesting chase.
Pitch has way variation now with the uneven bounce. A lot more turns, just more variation in this world. England won't last 50 overs. And wayward? Does that mean you are wayward?
If England bat 50 overs or 60 overs today, they'd be scoring at 4 and over. So they will be well over 200. If they polish half of the runs today, there'll be a very good chance tomorrow.
And wayward is certainly wayward with his thoughts. Edgbaston, the Australian ODI 11. Sebastian, why are we talking about Australia versus Zimbabwe when we're talking it's a game of cricket? Who cares who the Zimbabwe team is? Nobody cares.
Cricket Australia would not put any value of that series against Zimbabwe. They might play, as I said, they might play McDermott. They might give, guys like
the kids,
so-called kids, Philippi a chance, and they might get.
Hey, great! Really amazing. What you mean? All the game.
This rest of the session will set the tone up. This first hour, new ball, obviously. First 2 wickets are walking wickets for India, and let's see how they get through the next ones.
Great! It's Travali's song. You're not getting a bite of my Magnum. It's mine.
He pushed through. I reckon by the end of the show, you're going to have one more.
I thought so. Hang on. In all seriousness, stars the key. Get a lot of that. Get this ball soft and attack from here. Right. What's so serious?
I think when you were on show the other day as well, we spoke about this. English struggle throughout this summer has been the start. The two openers have not done enough to get a really good start for England. It's their middle order that has rescued them in all the run chases and whatnot. So it would be ideal if they listen to your advice and the two openers can actually bat through the session. The rest of the session, if they bat through, I think they're in really good space. But they're walking out now in the middle. I think it'd be very good.
They love that chocolate.
I know that's the best part.
Gonski.
So yeah.
Who cares that he says Israel? Who cares about Zimbabwe? I don't bloody care. Who cares about Zimbabwe? For God's sake, bloody Matthew Hayden scored 500 against. And she game over already. Probably because at the moment. Dad Fitbagara, where have you been? Where are your channel members of England? I want to speak to us and how do they feel when they're running away from you? Your name, you sound like you're from Eastern Europe. Dad Fitbagara, I feel like some bloody Romania. What do you think? And can England chase this target. Ahmed Razi or a Pakistani you know better than anyone. Afridi like play will win every time. No chance. I don't know. Bowlers can't get tired in this one because they will hold one end of the bowl. Yeah, good point. Two walking wickets coming out the bat.
Yeah, that's two cheap wickets.
Muncie, that's wishful. Highly unlikely. Okay, and why would you right? BCSI deserves a lot of credit for salvaging it. Buckle Daddy, you right? One India. Yeah, true. Some big wins. Yeah. Rovers not his stand. I would agree with that.
I think Zach Crawley, they're trying to make him an opener. He's not an opener. He's better suited at later order, maybe 3, but they're trying to fit Ollie Pop at 3, and he's done well at 3. So whether Zach Crawley will drop down the order and score runs, I don't know. Once you can probably answer, but to me, Zach Crawley has not done well. It has not done enough as an opener for him to stay at opening spot.
Well, Lee's got the mark first ball.
Yeah, and that just kicked off. And if you see Lee's pointing out to Zach Crawley, that just kicked off the length. So that's the nature of the pitch has changed. With some balls are kicking up and some balls are staying low. So that could be a challenge for the batters. Obviously, new ball will come on the bat, but then the older ball will start to stay low. So a challenge is on, but then you've got to attack.
Zach Crawley's batting. Do you know Norman that Melbourne was trying to get out? I agree. I want to see England bag ring. What do you want to say? Will Australia support that helps them in the World Cup? No, that means it's like skullduggery. It's been 6 innings since 12 innings. Zach Crawley last one.
13 in last 6 matches. So his highest score is 43 in last 12 innings. And that's again my point is that since his last 100, he's scored no 50 in 12 innings. That is a lot for an opening batter.
Yeah. Not as bad as Mark Harris. About 30 or 40, isn't it? I totally agree with you when you lose series away from when England winning. Okay. Because Bajara, Australia, to spend the game for 20, you're right.
Yeah. I think punt shot was not on. He just trying to be fancy and he just played a silly shot to get himself out.
No, he's still got 50 odd right.
Yeah, but he was doing it easy, and then why would you play reverse sweeps and whatnot? And there's no when he's conventionally hitting them well, it was not required.
Himanshu Confused.
Yeah.
Himanshu England World Cup. Would you guys stop talking to each other? Talk to us.
Just having a private conversation.
I'm going to sit there and say, I think you're talking to each other. What are we doing here? We just pork chops or something?
Our conversation is not good enough. What's going on?
Yeah. When England winning World Cup, Himanshu's fine to sound the emoji button. He's putting cups and things in there now.
Soccer.
Here we go. The mostly top 5 Australian pitchers. In other words, the kids.
The kids. McDermott, Green. I like Philippi. Who else? I like Sanger, obviously, and I like to see KP drafted in Test team as well. Curtis Patterson. Yep.
Punt was wide with the rough. Let's try unorthodox shot.
I think that's a cop out. That's an excuse. He was batting outside his off stump. He was getting ball coming into his pad. He swept well, and then
that was Broad who smashed 2 days against Hassan. Was not smashed today. What? Moses Khan. Moses Sheikh. He's not Khan.
agree. I agree. I agree that Broad was he didn't respond well. He just kept feeding Bumrah, and Bumrah kept smashing. So it is unfortunate. I know Anderson came defending Broad yesterday, saying that there was a lot of top edges and whatnot, but it's just now part of history.
Who kept feeding who?
Broad kept feeding Bumrah in his arc. He just kept swinging the bat, and whether he was
no one's feeding me in my arc.
I know you just smashed two magnums, and I know you're eyeing one more.
I am.
I knew
See,
that.
it's not really three; it's three little ones.
I know. It's all right.
Am Wayward. Why do you got a name like Am Wayward? Are you wayward in the way you do things, or what? Most of England's baseball cricket not going to work until not turning week over thing. Tobias.
Look, it's interesting. Well, I'd still like to see a good chase. I know it's very hard, big ask, but it'd be a good chase. I don't think Anderson will get to 800 wickets. I think he'll just play till next Ashes at home, and I hope he does against Australia, and then I think he'll call boots. And you just saw that shot from Lees. He just
that was very attacking.
And that's what I like it. I like him to not stay in the shell and be a sitting duck, because that's what it's going to be if they don't play their shots. They've got to.
He won't be a sitting duck. He won't even get a duck if he hits it.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you think Anderson gets to 800 wickets? No. You want the third Magnum? Yes.
Of course he does.
Well, 30 runs off the bat, 5 wide. Who cares, Bunchy? What are you bringing that from? Sorry, no, it's my mistake. I wrote Mosen calmness and emotion. Yes, so fit Bulgaria. I'll tell you what, the third Magnum doesn't look good.
Come on, Norman. It's either cookies or either ice cream now. Have you given up cookies, or have you got?
There are cookies around here somewhere.
Sure, they are.
I haven't got. When I'm wayward, you are wayward when you got to be. I'm wayward as well. I don't call myself wayward. My name's not wayward. I might be wayward, but I'm not. A big difference. What's your real name, Am Wayward? You aren't called Am Wayward. My foot. What are they, guns? What is this picture he's got there? He's got guns?
I don't know.
And Paul Newman, you're not Paul Newman. We know that.
Yeah, we all know he does want it. Did you see that last ball?
I did. It was over the stumps.
That's the thing that the batter's got to worry about, that late swing, because the conditions are supporting that late swing.
Ooh, that was close.
It just missed the stumps as well. So it's interesting with the new ball. They will challenge.
I could never do that. I could never let the ball. Okay, Pragathi Rahela, are you related to him much, Rahela? Tell me. I want to know. Or is there a bogus double up? I love the World Cup. He's totally got. Why 2015 was 7 years ago. I was young and beautiful then.
You still are young.
I'm young. I'm still not beautiful. You're not beautiful? Or?
You are beautiful, but you still smashing.
In my own eyes.
Yeah, true. But you're still smashing the third Magnum, I know.
So, I will be, sir. Don't forget to go. No one take on the day Australia wins the series against India, that they will be number one. Of course.
They will.
That's actually technically the case.
If the thing is come to Australia winning in India, I think India will miss out on Test Championship final. Because that would be a big thing, because South Africa is really well placed at the moment, and their series against England will be very interesting as well, because that will put more spice into that August series.
I'm not inhaling. I eat them. I inhale them. I got the nose and bloody. There'll be no COVID. It's like a COVID test gone wrong.
That's it.
And Wayward, what change your name to your real name, because you're not called Am Wayward. So Cam is the best middle or the best. Well, I wouldn't go that far just yet.
England at this point in time are very well placed, and they are more likely to win against South Africa. But that's why I'm saying if India loses, then South Africa won't lose their position too much in in Test ranking, but India is still currently third, I think, on the Test Championship ranking. Where South Africa and Australia are comfortable at top. So
Lees has scored 9 off 7. Crawley none off 5. A bit of a discrepancy there.
So there you go.
That's simple.
Yep. Interesting.
And then for 10, I'll tell you, I've got this feeling.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Norman, I've got to go. It's coming up to 11, so hopefully by the time we catch up, close to a result. I'll probably watch for a little bit and then I'll go to bed. But
okay.
Well,
can you wait until my magnum?
Yeah, all right. Okay, you go and get your magnum. You go and get your third magnum.
When really, I haven't eaten. I've eaten one big one.
That's right. It looked like Leach is going to go after the runs. He's just hit. There was a ball angling towards his pads, and he just hit another boundary. So looks like Leach is just going to go with the attacking frame of mind, whereas Crawley just thanks, Munchie. I'll probably catch you soon, mate. Hopefully England do well, and hopefully
come back when I have my fit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate. All right, bud. Have a good night.
Ciao.
I'll talk to you guys next
Good
time.
night.
Cheers, mate. Ta.
Woohoo! Here comes my third magnum. So, Suckville, Ryan and tea. Yeah. Yes, it was a slow unveil. Mate, bye. I'm not going anywhere. So, Lees is absolutely motoring. He'll be on about 18 after that last shot. Lees 17 off 10. Well, 1.5 magnet. There were, I think 1.2 or something. They are. Satvik Vicaria. Love that name. I'm going to come back and call myself Satvik Vicaria. I'm starting on a positive note. India really needs wicket now. They do. But don't worry. It'll be an advantage to South Africa, Pakistan, Australia, if England wins from LTC points of view. I think so. I think Australia will play somebody, and it'll be either India or Pakistan. What, in terms of player of the year, Brigadi Ruhela, is what you're saying? I think so too. So Lee's 17. Crawley's on 1. Oops. Good catch. Low down. Oh, good ball from Bumrah. Excellent ball. He's done very well there. None for 18, England. Target's 360. Gee, they scored 60 runs in this session. 4 sessions to score 300. That's doable. Very doable. Dravid will always be a test-focused person. So, no, I think it'll be all test cricket, to be honest. I like it, the Dravidian era, as opposed to the Ravi Shastra era, Shastridian era. Shami's the key, I reckon. Mark my words, England will chase down. Okay. I bet you Brigadi they do. I think they will too. Nescafe. I wouldn't mind Nescafe having. Usman Quaid, what a man. I just should have backed him years back and given him enough chances. I agree. Totally agree with Nescafe. I don't think so. Oh, bloody ordinary. Sri Lanka were bloody ordinary in that first test. All out 22.5 overs. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. So now I think they're going to have a long way to come back. And Australia bowls have got this momentum going. Line bowl well. Swapson bowl pretty well. I guess Travis Heads is okay too. Love to catch the game. Name's Amitabh, by the way. Very good catch. You later on a bit. There we go, Amitabh. Good stuff. Amitabh. Like that movie star. So I can win the second test, mark my words. Matthew will score 200. Well, that's optimistic. So England are none for 19 after 3.3 overs. Pagati Rahela. Usman should play at 4 because Manners is not a good form. Hunt or Street can open it with Warner. Do you agree? No, I don't agree. I think leave Usman right where he is. Put Hunt or Street down the order maybe. But no, that shouldn't change the opening position. Here we go. England none for 19. Lee's on 17 after only 12 balls. And you've got crawling on 2 for 9, off 9. Lee's does seem to have a bit more up and go about him, I must say. None for 19. On 21 minutes here. Who owns one of the biggest mansions in Coogee Bay? Who owns one of the biggest mansions? Well, there is the famous eye doctor. What's his name? The eye doctor. Come on, who can help me with that name? He's dead actually now, but he was Fred Hollows. That's it, Fred Hollows. Which one is the biggest? None for 19, and almost 4 overs gone. Pretty impressive, I must say. Just going to check on that. But it's important to show should take some players into. Yeah, I think they'll happen eventually. Yes, I think you're right. They will happen. There will be changes, man. Live, it's day 4, isn't it? Live day 4. Yeah, so I've got a fair crowd watching this. 806. It's a pretty good crowd. Now I've got to try and work out. All right, where were we? Bad luck is continually chasing Coley. No, yesterday Coley was looking so good, but the ball had an uneven bounce and Coley got out. Yeah, I kind of agree. So he has got a bit of bad luck, but he's also very negative, or at least lacking confidence. Yeah, and that's a fair cop. You know, he's not exactly been in the best of form, but he needs a bit of luck. You're right. None for 19 still here. Does that think? Okay, that's Cave's made a comment here. After the straight drive out against Jimmy, I thought Golly was for big ones, but didn't happen. Yeah, lot of pressure, guys. And so Arun V, how are you? You're here. You're thinking England win the 5th match. Well, I actually felt that early, and I'm still thinking that. We'll wait and see. None for 20, and with a big chance, big chance. They can rest Sark in the second test. For Schlein, what I will if he's wanted to. I don't think he want to have a rest. To be honest with you, don't think he'll like the rest at all. Subhash Chandra Bharata. Kyrgios has just lost a set now in the fourth round. Second set SSR just now. Okay, well, let's keep us informed. That's not good. Buckledar, do you agree with Sewo's comments that Kohli harmed the team yesterday by getting best to play more quick? No. Who was Cameron? He's a commentator. He's a journalist, I believe. Yeah, it's an interesting stage of the match, to be honest. But we've got a few things here which aren't really pleasant. Mobile, I've got to click every single one. Showing the like. Anyway, so unsuccessful replies here. Who was Lowe's Cameron? Okay. Let's go to the Foxtel Go page. We'll see how we go. There we are. None for 21 off 4.4 overs. Lee's 18 and Crawley 3. Kyrgios really filling out his shoulder quite a lot there. Hope it's nothing serious and just him warming those. Okay. Trezeguet should have played more balls. Yes. You follow Stockholm Commonwealth Games? The Stockholm Commonwealth Games? This, you mean the British, isn't it? The English? It's not Stockholm, I don't think. Street or Hunt? The show next with both hit terms. I would say probably Hunt, but it may not happen. At least not now. Bournemouth bowling to Crawley. Crawley's had to pull his bat away from that. Didn't quite go where he wanted it to. Score has not moved there, I don't think. Still 21, 5 overs. Look, anyone can get done for 150 with every chance to do this. Okay, we're going for now on 21 minutes. We're going quite slowly. I don't know whether to keep going or not. Alim Dar, very experienced umpire. Couple goes to Birmingham Stones. Yes, I know that, and I think they got it wrong with their prediction that it's in Stockholm. That maybe it was probably previously that Stockholm. No, it wouldn't have been because they're not a Commonwealth country. Well played, Crawley. That's been nicely punched away on the work side. It's 4 runs. Score moves to 26. We know that, Munchie. Sweden's not a part of the Commonwealth. It's coming. Yes, William miss Shambles captains in this match. Well, they already are missing them, but I think to say Boomer's, not, well, he's done well enough. They're going to win the match, aren't they? So they can't really, honestly, we probably can't say that them, missed anything. Very high cloud type day. All right, we must be running out of things to do because we've got people leaving us. Munchie, are you still there? Is Munchie still there? That's the question I want. Who's this? Alison. That's all good. Let's see what the score is here. You're still listening, Munchie? Okay, that's good. Nescafe, what a name that is. When batting with tail-end batters, players, a regular batsman should start attacking bowls. What do you think? Jayden played that's unnecessary. Yeah, he's been a bit conservative. You're right. Sebastian Jadeja will take the first wicket. Well, wait to see. Thanks, Munchie. Of course, he's still listening to us. So what's going on here? Crawley not playing aggressiveness. There's no such word as aggressiveness. Aggression. Aggressively, maybe. But aggressiveness is not a word. So, Munchie, correct that comment, please. That's wrong. Lee's 19, Crawley 7, on for 27. Certainly, I don't know, they've got pictures on their face there. Yeah, so we've gone for an hour and a half here, guys. Bringing on Charmy again. Score is none for 27. England chasing down 378, so they're a bit well on their way. Have you seen Pat Cummins' comments on the Australia Series 2023? No, what have they said through MV? It's happening, Pascal continues. It's going. It's going to be less pressure on their middle order. Look at the runs. You'd think. England are very lucky they are playing under Tony conditions. India most always played under perhaps India again. Much aggressively, but you are right. I've already pulled him up on that. I'm sure I said aggressive. Lee was rather Dravid, Dravidian time. Rouge Bairstow Stokes, long way to go for 10 minutes, still 1.5 days remaining. Yeah, that's cafe. Right, there's still a fair bit of time to go. And there's a fair bit of batting to go too. These continue to do what they're meant to do, is open to stay around. Whoops, he meant to let it go, Crawley, but he's been successful in getting runs. None for 30. That's the start they wanted. If Lees and Crawley put on a standing level, can chase it down. Yeah, I agree. Subhash, India bowled in overcast conditions and had regular breaks before rain. Get those rose-coloured glasses off. Well, there you go. This guy through is also a long way to go. Oh, Subhash, it is to a point. Because you're all nasty. And Munchie's being nasty to Subhash. Lee's trying to go for it. He's a bit subdued there with none for 30 off 6. It's 5 and 0. It's a pretty good start. India again showed that they weak against bouncers. Well, not really. It was just they scored 35 the previous innings in 1 over, so they've got every chance. Through in Vino, I don't know whether they're necessarily proving anything on. They're still whoppingly in front after 132. For 30, what time is it now? It's 11:19. Anybody else should say that weekend? No, I don't think they're weak at all. All right, guys, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to go. I'm probably getting a bit tired myself. I've got a few players on. So Crawley's on 10, Lee's on 19. Crawley seems to have been playing the ball quite well. He's hit the ball way there for a single, 31 the total. India again showed the weakness. No Tharoon. Most wickets are outside off stump slip catches. But there is a weakness against short balls too. Lees has been the most enterprising in the opening batsman. Well played. Beautifully played, actually. 3 big wickets. Rick Bairstow and Stokes still they are 3 of the biggest ones, yes. But then Ollie Pope can also muster runs, and they've got Lees batting well at the moment. I'm talking about 2 second innings for you also. Subhash, don't be so nasty about Munchie there. 1 for 32. Well, what's probably 1 or 2 more overs, then we might call it quits, guys. So ask your questions now. Always being ultra defensive there. Let's just see. The England batting has been pretty sound, I must say, throughout the series last year and certainly this year too. So sharp as a razor blade. Who is? All right. When England play Test series against anyone, it's always a tough task. Lee's 20, Crawley 12, none for 33. Nice shot. Everyone seems to be liking the ball going out wide. I would like to lie down, but there's not much room, so I'll just have a little look. See how the bedroom's going. Now that we've got this rather interesting situation with let's just see how we go. We've got a bedroom full of things here, guys. Much brighter light here. Much brighter light. Do you want to help me? Bedroom. Take this bit out of the way. You just wait here. Yeah, guys. You keep talking. There's some of his clothing. Some things on the bed. Oh, here's the rubbish here now. The bed sheet. We'll pick up some things, guys. I'm here, guys. I'm just trying to deal with some bags and what have you. The Rabbitoh's hat on here. The shoes down here. Is down here. I'm not going to show anything down, but I guess I have to. And clothing. Okay. There we go. Oh, the light's gone out. Wasn't smart, was it, guys? I'm still here. Guys. Darkness. They dropped. Freezing, actually. Hi, guys. I'm going to pull the blinds down. I forgot how to do that. More. There we go. Now we can operate in a better atmosphere, guys. I'm moving rooms here a bit. All right. There we go. Okay. There we are. I'm just going to a better, more casual position. Like that? Okay, so what's the conversation gone to? Thakur dropped Johnny at the Staley's hosting them. And we chased down to 250 against India. India at 335. Okay, all right. When will you sleep? It's ready. Oh, you're sleeping soon. Don't worry. I'm lying down. Let's go. Thakur dropped Stokes. Shami was the bowler and Besa. Bumrah dropped Tarun Wanjaki Leach. Okay, there's a fair bit of repetitive commentary going on here. There's plenty of clapping going on. So none for 41, England. It's pretty impressive. Much cleaner room here at the moment. So England are none for 41, chasing a total of 378. So they're already down to 337 to get without a wicket falling. So their chances are increasing ever so quickly. And of course, it depends on how these batsmen continue to play. But at this stage, all steady she goes there for England. Crawley's just clipped it beautifully on the leg side there. Could be at least one, maybe two. There we go. Pretty impressive. Got people commentating all over the place here. Lots of rather happy Englishmen. Yes, of course, Nescafe. Anything can happen in Tesco, and that's the beauty of the game. Exactly. Can turn on a dime in a second. Here we go. Lee's 22, Crawley's 20. Ansh, Anand, Australia vs Sri Lanka. That happens on July 8th. Kohli standing there. He's had his chance to bat twice. Really, 378 may not be enough. England none for 43. It's pretty impressive numbers, if you ask me. Yeah, the Mitchell Swepson video, not many people have watched that. Have they? Okay. This caveat, nobody dropped this, only Stokes, it was dropped twice. Okay, we'll just, at the moment, Lee's and Crawley a bit. Love you, bro. Hello, Anand. We've got a lot of great things happening in this match so far. Let's just see where we are at. I've had three. Okay, Satvik. Satvik Bagara, what a great name. They're bringing Jaday's run already. Scored 43 after 8 overs. Pretty early. Pretty distinctive. Jadu 5 for loading. Okay. Only two teams to chase down 250 plus against it. 3-3 Australia in 1927 and the West Indies 227. I think that we might have a bit of a. Lees has absolutely clobbered that. 47. Lees looking very, very positive. That's who does the Oops. Well, Levy's is 26, Crawley 20, none for 47. 331 they've got to get. Good start, England. Indeed, it has been charged. Wait to see here. Very, very steady start. None for 48. Lee Smithson. It's difficult to chase, but England recently chased it and win. What's your thoughts? Tiwin Kuma, I would say that England have got every chance. They keep going the way they're going. Time-wise, they could be 148 by the end of the day's play. That means they've only got their 200 runs in the second day. It's very, 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 very likely. Very tired, huh? None for 49. This is quite. They've got another 100 runs today. They're going to leave a very modest total in the last day, in 3 sessions especially. Only rain can interrupt them. I think unless Jadeja starts taking a bag of wickets. Very awkward looking shot from Lee, so it's worked. Another word from oh boy. England none for 53, and I'm starting to get really tired, guys. It's already pushing 11:33 here. England none for 53. Lee's 31, Crawley 21. It's already 325 only to get. They get well past, get that well down under 200, just over 200 and something. You could see a very different game eventuate here. Very impressive start for these two. Good night, Sebastian. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm going to say good night too. Very, very short. I think it's not far from saying good night. Might say just a bit more. Yeah, 5 weeks per days will be nice. Seeing this, I'm getting tired too, guys. I think I might have to call it quits soon. It's starting to get very, very late-ish. What can any do to take first week? Well, keep on experimenting. I think they've got the. I think Tucker. Tucker is the one that tends to take wickets in these moments, and I think that would be the man I'd be turning to. Wouldn't you turn to Tucker? Tucker was an absolute champ, legendary champ. And you have let this happen. Let this happen. All right, guys. I think it's time to go. I reached 150 minutes here. 3 people joining us, only 3. Getting a bit boring, so it's time to perhaps call it quits right now. I think now. This is still to Marcus Harris. Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. Just check on the bells, just see what's going on. Oh, guys, I think it's time to go. I think I've have a good rest, man. I think I need a good night on, guys. Alex Lees, it's time to go. I think it's just about to hit the end of this. I think we're gonna start to consider it. It's close of shop. No streams anyway. We got. All right, guys. I'm getting really tired. I have to say goodbye to you all. Pretty good recovery, really. None for 57. 58. Oh boy, I need a good rest, guys. I think it's about time. A lot going on here. All right, guys, it's time for me to rest. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow with England now motoring, literally motoring. Very solid opening stand. None for 58, I guess.
$58 without loss, 11 gone.
3:20 to go. Well, guys, we're going to see you tomorrow. Tell you all the best. Enjoy the rest of the show. At least go live and watch the game. And then 1 for 58, chance of 378, or 320. Incredible. Take care.